Well, hello again, busy professionals, and welcome back to KTBR in the days of COVID-19. And we are on episode 6. And if you don't know what KTBR is, it stands for Keep the Business Running. And that's what we're all trying to do in this weird environment of sheltering in place and getting work done. My name is Gretchen Asher, and I've been a change management consultant for nearly 3 decades. And for the past decade-ish, I have predominantly led change management teams remotely to implement change management activities on key business initiatives all over the world. Asia, Europe, you name it, I think I've led teams there. So I thought this would be a great time to share my tips and tricks in these short videos, and hopefully it'll be helpful on what I've learned about leading teams remotely, keeping people engaged, managing folks, and keeping projects on track. So today's episode, I have 7 tips for managers who now find themselves leading their team remotely, and perhaps you're not familiar with it. So as I promised to try to keep these short, let me jump in. I have 7 tips for managers leading teams remotely. And tip number 1, and I cannot stress this enough, tip number 1, move to video conferencing as soon as possible. It will make your life so much easier for you and for your team that you're now managing, who will be scattered all over, wherever they're scattered all over. Go to video conferencing, do it now. You will not be disappointed. It is just so much easier. Tip 2, set up remote working guidelines with your team. What's the new rule for responding to an email? Is it within 24 hours? Is it by the end of the workday? Set up these guidelines. What if you need to reach someone in an urgent situation? Are you using instant message? Are you using Slack? Are you exchanging phone numbers so that you can text each other? So get these kind of guidelines down and agreed on with your teams. So you want to make sure that your people don't feel like they're working, they should be checking their email all the time. Set aside when you're going to be done with work. Tip 3. As a manager, you will probably need to begin to increase your one-on-one meetings with your people. No more, you don't have the chit-chat in the hallway or pop into somebody's office. And particularly if your people are not accustomed to working remotely, you either want to extend your one-on-one meetings, whether they're weekly or twice a month, whatever it is. You might want to extend the time, move it from a 30-minute meeting to a 45-minute meeting, or better yet, maybe do shorter check-ins, but more frequently check-ins on a one-on-one basis. And your main purpose is to find out how people are doing, what roadblocks they have, and what you as a manager can do to clear any roadblocks or difficulties or challenges for your people. Number 4, I love this one. I've done this with clients, and it is fantastic, particularly on project teams and as you move toward a go live. But I love my tip number 4, which is hold short huddle meetings each morning. Now, maybe you only need to do it Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Maybe you don't need to do it 5 days a week, but this is a specific meeting where you and your entire team get on a video call, and it's 2 things. 1, you have everyone tell you what they're working on for the day, and you respond to each and every one with, do you need any help from me? What can I do to help you? And it will allow your work group to understand who's doing what, and for you to kind of easily manage what everyone is accomplishing. So that's my favorite tip. Tip 5, err on the side of over communicating. In this environment, I don't think you can communicate too much. If you feel like you're communicating too much, you're probably not. So keep adding more to it. Tip 6, focus on outcomes, not just activities. It's not just about the hours worked, but it's about what are people producing. Are they meeting deadlines? Are they getting their deliverables done? So focus on outcomes and what's being produced versus just hours and activity. Last tip, love this one too. Use animated, is it GIFs or GIFs? Or emojis to convey emotion. Instead of just sending an email to someone saying, hey, great job, send a GIF that says, great job. It just adds a little more emotion and a lot more fun into the day. And people will respond much better to something like that than just, hey, good job. And it's a fun way to show your appreciation and recognition. So I hope these quick 7 tips have helped. If you have any questions, I would love to understand what your questions are. I'll be happy to answer them in a future video. You can click the link below in this description box underneath this video, or direct message me on LinkedIn. I would love to hear from you. If there's anything I can do to help, I'm here to do that. So until next time, stay safe, everybody. I am the Change Whisperer.